Listen attentively. People keep asking me, why do I want them to go back to their ancestors? Why do I want them to go back to their ancestral land? And I keep telling them, I've done a big research. I said, let me not go into some details, but let me tell you, do you know China is Africa before? That's what I told them. They said, how? I said, okay, I'll explain for you later. I said, do you know Japan? All those Asians, they were African. And they were still following their spirituality. And they are great. You see, they are big countries. And the person I said, what of the Western world? I said, those ones are people who are living on things they don't have. They are manipulators. They know the truth and they are manipulating. That's why they're surviving, because they will not allow you to see what they know. And I said, if you go to India, you see India is a great country. They might not be that rich, but you look at the way they have population and they're surviving on their own. If not for anything, their medical system is still okay. And you see Chinese, how they survive. China was so poor as of 1998. I know they don't have anything. Nigeria was bigger than China as of 97, 98. I know that. But today, China is far bigger than Nigeria. You see, in Japan has been so great for a long time. Go to Philippines, most of these countries that practice their spirituality bigger, like Singapore, So, and I told the person, if you look at these people, the first step is not the language. But this country I called for you, most of them are speaking their language though. And I said, the problem is not language. The problem is knowing who you are, coming from your roots. No, from your roots, you should know who you are. When we start going back to our ancestors in the whole of Africa, because when I use a cable and people don't understand, they say, yes, or okay, Mazida used to use Etio. We go back to our ancestors, things will start changing. It's not about the language, but at the same time, the language is also included in it. Take for instance, you're going to school and everything you want is in your language, not in another language. But I think you understand. Like in Igbo, I said somebody, I want to speak Igbo to somebody. I say, well, okay, let me hear me quickly. You never understand that. He said that's not Igbo. But later he confirmed it's an Igbo language, an Igbo word. That's a Yoruba word they will use or an Hausa word they will use for you. You might not understand it. But if they speak it in English, you might understand. But they say it in Hausa, you might not be able to understand it. In Benin, in Edo, in Ishan, in Ishakiri, there's some language they will use for you. You might not understand it. So just take for instance, you studied your language. You are going to be a great person. But the truth, when we go back to our ancestors and start practicing our spirituality in alignment, nobody should counter anyone's own. Let's watch us. I think we're going to be great. Yes, we're going to be great. Check China, check Japan, and check their spirituality. When I talk, some people tackle me, especially Christians. They tackle me a lot. But as a Christian, make this research. Check China, the language, they are speaking Mandarin, national language. Japan is speaking Japanese. And they are a great country. Our people are going there for hustling. But they are not Christians. You might still find small Christians there. People will say they don't chop. You go see them and the Chinese will say they convert. But majority. And you see how great they are. And I say, let's go back to our ancestors. That's the true facts. That's the facts. That's the big fact. If we go back to our spirituality and start practicing, we'll start discovering ourselves. There are little things that you don't know that have value as within our spirituality, and get connected, and before you know it, you start making money out of it. Let's go back. We're going to become great. When you see my video, please comment, like, and share. Keep following One Up 1. The person that declares is not going to go to heaven, there's no hellfire for me, because I don't believe. Because whatever you believe on, you don't know that thing. I know those things are not for